folks, it's Woody from Obadiah's Wood Stoves. Here we have a gas fireplace. This is a direct vent. It's very typical of any direct vent fireplace. It doesn't really matter what brand it is. Essentially what you have is a burner assembly. You have some ceramic logs, the top vent or rear vent. In this particular case, this is a rear vent fireplace. It vents directly through the wall. Very easy to install, metal cabinet, prefab. You build yourself some cabinetry around it and you get yourself a pretty fireplace. What happens if the thing doesn't work? So essentially what you have is, how it works is there's a gas assembly down below, and usually there's a gas inlet somewhere to the fireplace. If the unit's installed to code, there should be a separate gas shutoff that is not underneath your fireplace. So in my case, it's on the side. So I turn my gas on, and I go to start my fireplace. And what you have is, you have a pilot on one side. This is a SIT 820 valve that's in this particular fireplace. And on the right side, on a SIT valve, it's a SIT Nova, you have a button that pushes in. And then on the left side, you have your on and off. Now these valves are safety valves. The way that they work is you have a thermopile and a thermocouple in them, depending on what type of fireplace you have. Some of the old B vents only have one of one. So one of the thermocouples or thermopile. And essentially what that does is, one of them makes electricity, makes milliamps, and what it looks like is you have a pilot assembly, something like this, and this particular unit here, this thick thing, is what makes the electricity. This makes millivolts, and that's what drives your valve. So there's electrical connections on the end of it, and you can check it with a amp meter. It should be about 250 milliamps. If that's making power, then the next thing is this little guy, and that assembly fits into your pilot assembly, and the pilot burner flame must impinge on both sides of the thermopile and the thermocouple. Third probe over is your a little electric striker, which you push it. It's called a piezo igniter. Voltage goes from the igniter to the hood of the pilot, which is grounded, and creates a spark. So there you have it. So you have a safety system, three things that are working. One of them makes electricity. If the pilot is running and this thing is not getting hot enough because the pilot is lifting off or having issues or whatever, this won't generate enough electricity to make the valve work. If this thing has failed, it's another part of the sensor that controls the valve that keeps the valve open. So you have basically two safety mechanisms. So one of them is making power, the other one is actually sensing. And on the end of it, if you look at it, there is basically it screws into the back of the valve. I'm going to remove the valve. I'll show you how all this stuff connects so you understand it. One of the things you want to pay attention to on this is there's a nylon washer, if you look at it very closely, that goes around the bulb. When you screw that in, you do not over tighten it. It's finger tight only. If you over tighten it, you will crush the bulb and you will ruin the plastic. And that plastic will ground out to the valve and short your valve. So, two potential things. This guy's not making electricity, and this guy's grounding out. So we have the gas on, you come over to your fireplace, push your valve, the pilot. You're now putting gas into the pilot. Push the little button. This little one has a little red sun on it. Boom. Now we have a gas leak, that's obvious. And we have a very good pilot. You can see it, there's a lot of flame there. So it's definitely impinging both on the thermopile and the thermocouple. No issue there, but for some reason, when I let go, the pilot goes off. So, we're going to identify the issues. We know we have a gas leak, so while I'm tearing this apart, I'm going to find what's going on there. What you have is, on your pilot assembly, you have a pilot tube, and this thing is made out of aluminum and mounts to the side of your valve. Anytime you're working on a gas valve, the first thing you're going to do is remove the screws for the electrical connections on the front, then go down next to the aluminum pilot tube and take it out. And then bend it very carefully out of the way. This thing will break off if you look at it wrong. So, if you look at our pilot assembly, essentially the pilot tube comes out of the bottom of this guy here and goes over to your gas valve. There's two of them here that are broke. That'll give you an idea how easy they do break. So you have to be very careful. They can be repaired in the field, however it's very difficult so that they don't leak. So anyhow, we'll tear this dude apart and then we'll get back to it and I'll show you bit by bit what you're looking for and how to troubleshoot it and how to fix it.